what do we got in the box? Laptop, obviously. A Ripshot HD 4K. An HDMI 2.1 router. So an Anchor 3.1. I think it's a 4-port 5 hard drive enclosure via USB. The Firecuda for fast. I've never had any issues with the guy. And then the 2 terabyte. This boy right here, XPG. I have this on a Lazy Susan of my wife's collection. And this is the laptop. Alright, boys and girls. Moment of truth. That's what it looks like. So it looks like it may have 6 or so different LED strips on it. Here's literature included inside laptop, power adapter, and manual. And that's their mission statement. Oh, I'm getting chills right now, man. I mean, how many of us really go with a guide with warranty information and all that other stuff, and it comes with an extra recovery drive, which I did request as a just in case. Go basically back to stock. And when I eventually will power it up, I will see what kind of bloatware is in it, and at that point I may just do a record. Be forewarned, there may be preloaded configuration. On that 2 terabyte drive, I have all my Steam information on it, so I might just pull the Action app suite that I have on there, and I'll be using the Filmora video editor to get everything dealt with. Elements. Size comparison to my previous one, this one's a little smaller, a little lighter, and that's okay. Oh my, that's smooth coming out. Very smooth coming out. And this is the keyboard separator, so that doesn't scratch the monitor. You know what the best part about this is? Because I had a job previously as a cable tech, and I got to do this all the time. Man, that's so satisfying. That's so satisfying. Okay, so I'm going to do the initial boot, and this is what's on here. So a lot of tear off stuff. On my previous one there were stickers on the side here with a little more detail, but that's what you get with a vendor such as MSI. I don't knock the product, because the laptop I had previously is a pretty good damn product. And some slight differences, but that's about it. So that's the look of it. Everything off. I mean, that's sexy. That's just sexy. Okay, so let's turn it on. See what happens when it boots up. And I'm going to take the light off and show you the boot up process. I will eventually go on the bottom side, as is there is no void warranty stickers whatsoever. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 screws on it. Now while I'm doing that part, what I can do is this. I mean, as long as that information is being updated and uploaded, let's see what comes in. So this is the heavy duty power cord, a little longer than the previous one I had. So it's your standard PCI jumper for the power. And for the brick itself, it is a little heavy, but that's to be expected with the amount of wattage coming out of it. Oh, you always want to be careful when you're handling this kind of stuff, because you never know when you don't want to go oops. Okay, so we'll get everything plugged in, and for that point I will probably have in desktop information. So this is by my Chicone, and the AC input is 100 to 240 volts dash 3.5 amps. 50-60 hertz. DC output is 19.5 volts and 11.8 amps and 230 watts. I mean, if you want to go in comparison to my Starlink right there, that guy right there. So we got the Starlink, the Wi-Fi 6, TP-Link, mesh network, and this is the brick. Apologies on the dust, but this guy here is 300 watts. Trust me. And that is my home NOS with a switch. I have to do proper cable management. I'm sure some people can give me proper tips and tricks about it, but it's better than most of what I've seen when I was working as a cable tech. Alright, so this was in the box. Just the AC adapter. This is the 4-port. That's 2.5-inch direct enclosure. That's the HD capture. And that's so that you can stream things from the TV without any issue. So just a moment. Boot up time for this should be instantaneous. Hi. We're getting everything ready for you. This might take several minutes. Yeah, this is the initial space, so if it's going to be updating anything on it, it's going to be using the internet and getting the information processed and updated. And this has all the Steam information on it. But long story short, let you know what software I have installed and what steps I go through in order to get it going. Oh, almost there. Nope. We will be using Edge to install Chrome, said every PCMR individual ever. Alright, so I'll get Chrome installed, and then the monotonous aspect of installing everything via Action app. Don't worry, I'll make sure I list everything in there. Right. And to note, out of the box, we have 5 hours and 5 minutes, which is roughly 92% of battery life, just for this. Isn't that something pretty? Alright, so here is the moment of truth. I am going to be painstakingly remove all 10 of these guys, and once I get her opened, I'll get to the pop sequence, and then we'll install the 2 terabyte drive, and then open up the instruction manual, and then go from there. Alright, so what I'm going to do, usually I pop it from the back, because usually around that area is easy to pop it. There we are. Trying to do this with handed challenges, and I always leave the things in touch. Ooh. Now this is the sexiness of it, because this is a pretty slim guy, right? So this is an XPG, and I have an XPG. That's 2 terabytes. So this is where the big old whopping battery sits, and I'm assuming that's a stereo. That's where the main board connectors go for the bus connectors, and this is where the cover for the RAM sits, so the shielding. Yeah, I'm crazy, so it's with wire. I mean, it was running hot off the presses. That's the Wi-Fi 6 module. We've got 1 fan, and we got a 2nd fan. We have a lot of custom work done, and we have a lot of anti-static work done. So this is where the GPU and the CPU sit. And I'm gonna pop this guy out and get it up. Doing this one-handed again, I don't advise it, but if you kind of have an idea of what you're doing, go ahead and do it. There we go. Second drive is in. Here we go. We have the 2 drives. And I mean, by the looks of things, normally there could be a space here for a, you know, 2.5 HHD or SSHD hard drive, but clearly there's no room for it because the speaker is essentially right here. I'm assuming that's what that is. Or if this is a speaker and this could be a battery for something, who knows? But yeah, that's already at its max. Those 2 are already at their max. Okay, so now to close it up and snap it back into place. And then start it on and get installing things. Yeah, first time set up.